Alright, I don't have access to my wedding table. Okay. Let me just get some of my stuff cooking here. Green on. 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 This is so annoying. I'm just gonna call it Apple or something. I just can't believe it does that all the time. Every single day. It keeps thinking I'm saying green off. It's so weird. Alright, let's try this. Apple. 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 What the? Dude. What does it think I'm saying? What does it think I'm saying? Man. Apple. I wonder if it thinks that the microphone is it only using my microphone recognition? Installing, no. I think it's this one. Apple. Green off. That's why, guys. It has using a totally different mic. Oh my gosh. Green off. There we go. Alrighty. Apple. I'm too giant. Well, today I'm absolutely ginormous. I should stand on this side. Today I'm an absolutely ginormous version of myself, but these are the pots we're going to be doing, so good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on? Grows. Literally, I've grown. Feed them horses. We're going to get into these pots. Gonna be pots, soon to be pots. I'll see you over there in a second. green off. I'm so glad we got that figured out. Because I was wondering what was going on. So I'm gonna put this in the charger area. Dun, dun, dun. Again, I'm happy I just figured it out. Here we go. I just don't want it to stick or pull up the wheel. Under water. Hand right underneath. Project this forward. Bring that up. Get right at the bottom. Push that left hand forward. Bring that up. Something I'm noticing. Foot. Struggling to keep that pedal down. I'm going to push my hand in. Again, I'm going to lift this up. One more time, some water at the bottom. Whenever it starts to wobble, you lower that right hand down to it and you walk that back up to that left hand. Project your right hand over top. Always keeping this left hand on that left side. Somebody asked me what I'm making. I'm making a tree. I make 3 trees every single day. So, fill up the pond. You can't have the tadpoles be drying out. Slowly hooking my fingers and I'm cutting across the base. And cutting through the clay is going to be a lot easier than trying to move this clay, right? So I always cut through the clay. Open up that top just a little bit. Get ready to smooth out that bottom. Going for about 1/8 of an inch, maybe even a little bit less. I don't trim any of these things, so I try to get as much clay into the walls and to pull them as tall as I can. Alright guys, I think you know what's happening next. Camera B. Hey guys, me, Mr. Llama here. We're gonna make another volcano. Let's get into it. We're gonna first bite down right on this rim. So Llama's biting on that rim. Got that left hand slowly is pushing forward. That right hand, the Llama hand, is slowly walking back. And it's those 2 lanes of traffic that pushing that pole. It's gonna allow us to bring that center in. Okay, right at the bottom. My mic is really quiet. Alright. Is this better? Tell me if this is better. Alright, bring my knuckle inwards. I'm slowly walking this up. Curl this in. Sweet. Okay. The music is probably a little bit louder. Yesterday I was like really jamming out. I think I turned the music up really high. We're just finding this bump. You guys can see that bump, and we're just taking that bump all the way to the top. Right to the top here I got a little bit thin, so I'm going to redo that little ending pull there. A little bit of water on that top area. And I'm collaring the top in, but I'm starting below where I want to start collaring, right? Never start collaring where you want it to actually collar, always a little bit lower. Okay, we got one more pull in this. A little bit of water on our elbow. Right down to the base. Again, we got to, answer the quest the clay gives us. And it's always going to be take this bump to the top of the vessel. There we go, guys. Take a breath while you're working. There we go. Okay. Now we gotta get some of the water out of the interior here. See my hand in the base. Get some more water out of there. Take a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta make some more time here because, make some more time. I gotta make sure I bring them all up because some of them got a little bit taller than others. So here we go. I'm gonna hold this. Kind of a loose twist, but we're gonna leave it like that. We could manually twist it down for a nicer, more uniform twist, but we're just gonna leave it like this for now. If it gets too far off, we're gonna have to do that though. Dude, this thing is dancing. Again, keeping my eye on it. We gotta lift up the skirt here. On the bottom of this tree, the skirt. Somebody said cheers, thank you. And so the whole entire key with this is I was a little bit thin on the walls, so when I collapse the top in, if I'm not perfect with the way that I'm bringing up those veins of the tree, it's going to get a little bit off because there's going to be spots where it's a little bit thinner than others, right? The quick remedy is just throw them thicker. If you throw them thicker, they're really going to stay pretty much on center, but I've learned that sometimes if you allow them to be loose, and you try to exert or get as much out of it, the clay, as you can, you get into this realm of adding potential. So what do I mean by that is now I'm going to bring this back across. Bring this out. I'm going to bring this across. So this is going to be a double tendril. And with the double tendril, we're looking at which side is it leaning. Is it leaning a little bit this side? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring these up and across. That one. We're going to bring this one up over here. shake it down a little bit. So now I'm kind of playing with gesture a little bit. I always feel like these tendrils can add something a little bit more sculptural to the piece. Bring in some of that gesture. Wiggle this in. Wiggle this in. There we go. So that's not number one, guys. Alright, let's start number two. I feel like this is kind of like doing something like that. I gotta take this up off the wheel now. I want to shake it a little bit to the middle, and if you shake it, the collapse is going to exaggerate downwards, and so it's actually going to create a sturdy point for the twist to sit, but we'll see how it does. Sometimes if you use too much water, they'll just fall apart, but sometimes it's, I don't really like to wedge on the wheel that often, because what will happen is sometimes it'll just stick to the clay and lift this bad up off the wheel, but it's okay. Camera A. Hit him with that slow motion, guys. Hit him with the slow-mo. Hand right up underneath. Again, push that left hand forward and bring that up. A bit of water. Again, left hand forward and bring that up. Starting to notice this wants to get off, so we're going to bring this back down. And what we're looking for before we get that really tall cone is we're just trying to get everything nice and even here, right? Bring this in. Wherever the wobbles, meet that wobble and slowly bring that up to that left hand. Then bring them both down. Again, wherever that wobbles, get some more water on here. Push that forward and down. Okay. I got that base and walk this up. Hammer fist right over top. Hammer fist again coming down to the base. Slowly walking that back towards yourself. There you go. Open this up. Two thumbs right down to the middle. Gets a little dry, can't have the tap holes be dry now. Get some water on the inside there. Hook your fingers, and you want to cut through the bottom of that clay. Always checking for those rabbits. If you find a rabbit, pierce through the rabbit. Don't project it back into the walls of the clay there. Right. Round this out. There we go. Smooth out that base. I'm thinking about 1/8 of an inch. Usually you'd probably want to go a lot thicker than that. CJ knows. CJ knows about the rabbits, yo. Hey guys, me, Mr. Llama here. We're here for our second volcano pull. Let's get into it. Llama bites right on that rim. Left hand, push forward. Right hand, pulls back. And the right hand's that llama hand biting right on that rim there. There we go. Grab your sponge. You got your volcano. Grab your knuckle. Slowly. Aim to get those walls equalized first. A little bit thin on the top, so I don't want to pull them as much. Call this in. Alright, next pull. Right at the bottom base. Projecting that bottom clay in. Slowly walk that up. Again, now that we have the clay kind of equalized, we're going to do one collar. And here we go. Right at the bottom. Find that bump. Get that quest. I have an air bubble down there, so we got one rabbit that's kind of messing around at the bottom, but we're going to move right past him. I'll walk this bump up. Man, once you find that bump, you just cruise, guys. I'm telling you, you just cruise. So we're super thin on this one though, so that's not good. Usually when we're thin, we'll probably do this. Have a buffer on the bottom here. Trying to get the water out of the base. Yep, okay. Here we go. A little bit too drastic of one there, so it's probably going to collapse here, but let's see what we can do. 'Cause we can't do more than that. Keep an eye on it, because if it wants to dip down really hardcore here, I'm gonna have to tilt that back over. We may even try to do that right now. You see how it's wanting to tip over? And so if we allow that to tip over here and collapse this way, hopefully it will give us enough weight to keep that balanced in. Let's see where that gets us. This one's kind of interesting. It almost looks like it's calling out to us. But all that happened there is I went too drastic on the buffer of the tree. And so it wanted to totally collapse in because it couldn't handle the weight and the tension of the top twisting. But I think it does allow for some interesting little moments, or like platforms at this stage. So we'll see if we can mess with those a little bit and hopefully bring some more intention back into the vessel here. Down to the bottom. Round this off. Again, we're keeping an eye. Because if it starts ripping, I don't think this one was collapsed. I think the bottom just looks still pretty sturdy. But if the top starts ripping, and then it will totally rip over, that's the only thing we're going to be probably worried about. Because if you look, it looks pretty centered on this base here. But here we go. And we're going to do some little tangents here. We want these going straight up the side of the vessel. Get as close to the tree as possible, trying to bridge that gap between the buffer and the tree there. And maybe on this side, we actually want them to interact with each other. So I'll bring these across. Have them almost play at the bottom there. I think we'll leave this one like that. Alright, so that's number 2. Right at the bottom, I'm slowly trying to pull this up over top of it. King Cujo, come on, bro. Whenever you come in here, you always get negative, man. I'm sending you this next pod is for King Cujo. We're gonna repair his mentality today. It's funny, King Cujo. I feel like you're the only hater that I see that I remember, just because you're in here so often. Alright, so here's our last tree of the day. Alrighty. So the clay is getting a little bit slippery here, and I normally don't like to wedge on the wheel because it's kind of hard. But if you kind of get it close to the center and it doesn't get sticky to the wheel, you'll be okay. Alright, here we go. No hate, just very much love, just a dick by nature. Okay. A little bit of water. Bring this up. A little bit of water on there. Camera A. Camera A. Again, project that left hand down. Bring this down. Joining from the ranch, the quality is low for me today. I love to join in and hang with you. Dang, that's so interesting. Like out in the middle of nowhere. My dream is like a ranch style, like in the middle of nowhere. Bring this down, project that left hand forward, catch in with that right hand. Slowly, whoop, lifting too much up. You can see when you lift up, if you don't have the clay down, like if you don't have little clay straps down to hold the bat down, it's just gonna pull up. So you wanna make sure when you're pushing more across than up. And it's that cross pressure that's gonna keep it down. All right, again, right to the bottom. Making sure I'm pushing across. I'll walk this up. Take a breath, there we go. One more time at the base. When I get this tall, I wanna start lifting up my thumbs and really figuring out how much pressure I need to apply to make sure I keep that bottom right below my hands, pretty close on center. Turn this down. Bring this down. Catch that, bring that back up to that left hand. There you go. That's the dream, not waking anybody up by being loud. Oh gosh. I feel like I wonder if I ever get to that stage, you know, if I would actually be like nervous by being out in the middle of nowhere, just like alone. But yeah. Jay also lives with their dog and plants. That store is 45 minutes away. Whoa. I feel like a 45-minute drive is so long, but I know some people just do that like it's nothing. Alright, take my fingers, opening this up. I gotta check if there's any water on the inside here. You're alone long if it's more spooky when someone else is in the house. Whoa. It seems like a quote in a book, right? Like I can imagine reading that sentence in a book. Just wait. The llama's not there yet, guys. Wow, it's so interesting that a lot of us have like these just commutes or just long away from things in the chat right now. Not me. I'm like a 10-minute drive from a store to get food, like a grocery store. Maybe not even 10 minutes. Anyway. What's this on the ground, guys? What the heck? Guys, what's over here? What is this? What the heck? What is... Hey guys. It's me, Llama here. We're gonna do one more volcano pole. Let's get into it. Dude, he was under the wheel, man. He's trying to hide. The llama's gonna bite on this rim. Camera B. Let's walk this up. For my knuckle, I'm slowly bringing this in. I'll walk this up. I'm gonna collar this inward just a little bit. So the pottery wheel's in the kitchen, clay under the bed. That's pretty epic. German Shepherd, it looks over your clay guardian is your German Shepherd. Get my knuckle right at this base. A bit too much on that middle part, so I got way too thin there actually. So that's gonna be some problems later on. Okay, we got one more pole. Okay. Fingers right at that base. Projecting that over top just a little bit. Find this bump. And walk that up. It's a little bit thin here, so I'm going to loosen up that pressure. Sweet. So that was the last pole. Let me the music is a vibe tonight. Yeah, my commute to one of the places I work is 45 minutes, but that drive, I dread it. Every single time I have to go up there, I dread it. But some people, like I was saying earlier, like 45 minutes is nothing for them. But I also don't listen to, I feel like I'm like really weird when I'm in the car. Like I don't listen to no music. I just sit there in silence. Like I feel like I'm a zombie or something. Right at the bottom here. Take a breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit too thin, I think, but I'll leave it just like that. I don't have a lot of clay on the bottom here. Also, I got hair in my mouth. I'm getting a bunch of clay in my mouth. Red healer. Is that a dog? Somebody said there's a zombie in the car too. I've eaten clay. What brains are to zombies, clay is to me. Clay. Yeah, she's red healer. I'll have to look up what that dog is afterwards. Alright. Bring this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get underneath the bottom edge here. So we'll bring this up. Number 1. Most basic one of the day. Yeah, pottery, my trees. These are my trees. Finished a crazy new edit for the pots of July. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's probably like one of my favorite pottery edits so far. Ow, what the, I just hit my head on something. He's trying to knock me out, and the clay's like, give us a break, man. We can have this here, but I need a couple of things to stack. Let's see where this gets us. This has got to be a little bit further over now. Camera A. Just gotta chill. That one feels like it's about to, on the precipice of falling. It's like those videos where somebody balances like a bunch of things on the chair leg, and it's like one moment away from falling. I always think those videos are fake though. I feel like this is a vibe. I need a little bit more this middle area. How's that feeling? Alrighty. Here we go, guys. Send me some energy. I forgot I'm gonna be absolutely giant, so hold on one second. I actually gotta shrink something down quick, but first I'm gonna move this over. Oh, I guess this is gonna make it more in focus in the front. Yeah, that works. I think this will be good. So let's see what this gives us. Green on. I think I said that too weird. More energy. Green on. Are you kidding me? Oh, I changed it. I forgot. It's no longer green on. It's apple. Hello, everybody. We're back again with another Pottery Demo review. Let's get into it here. We'll start off with the one over here. I think that this one is the most basic one of the day, but you know, every once in a while I gotta make one of those uniform looking ones. And so I think this one is not totally uniform, but it's a lot more uniform than the other ones. So I think it's good contextual information for the other two pots, right? Then we're gonna hop over to here. So I like this one quite a bit. This one I think is kind of like, it's a buffer tree. So I have this buffer on the base and that top. I think the top is a little bit too squatty. I think it would have been cooler if I could have got a little bit more height, if I would have got rid of one of those little twists on the bottom there. But it's kind of cool when the tree starts collapsing in on itself, collapsing those, it's almost like a slinky or spring on that bottom. So I do think that's kind of interesting. I just wish that that tree top was a little bit taller. I have some little tendrils trying to bridge that gap between the buffer and the tree there. So kind of like what's happening in this spot. And then on the top. Oh. This is the first one we did. It was a lot looser, but I do think that this one kind of looks, I don't know, I think it looks pretty interesting. It kind of gives me this like pose like this, you know? It's kind of like that, right? Hold on. Is it the other hand? It's like this. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best, strong mentality. See you in the next one. Green off. So I gotta remember I changed that icon or that video, or not the video. Changed the saying, the word apple. Dang it, it turned on. I tried to say it quick so it didn't recognize it. But it's good that it's getting recognized, right? Oh, we got a lot of energy. Thank you, guys. Give unlimited hippie energy. Thank you. Zoinks. Apple energy. On the right, what if every spiral on the lower part collapsed? I feel like I have some ideas on how I can manipulate collapses more. I just haven't really pursued them yet. And what do I mean by that is, like, I have this idea of having a little water dripper, drip, 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 in the same spot, and it would just like burrow a hole through or even collapse over, you know? But I think that would be kind of interesting. We got a thumbs up from King Cujo. Thank you, King Cujo. I hope we gave you some positive energy today, bro. Alrighty. Oh. One of my beard hairs was like on the ground here, and it was like a tumbleweed, and I literally thought it was a spider. It scared me. Alright, guys. Alright. thanks again. I appreciate you guys watching. I have it kind of different today, so I can't like use that top camera. As you can see, I don't have that working right now, but I will in a little bit. I'm out of focus, hold on. There we go. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Yeah, that's it. Peace. Apple, right? So funny. Bye.